What's up, everybody? Welcome back to this week's episode of Connecticut Casual. This week, I decided to start the episode by playing a little game called Two Truths and a Lie, but my own version of it, where we each took a gummy. One was a simple CBD vitamin that was, going to help you through the day, and two of them were 50 milligram THC gummies. So keep a close eye on everybody. To my intro.
Connecticut Casual.
And we're back from the intro, and this week I'm sitting with Cart Narcs, aka my buddy Sebastian over here. How you doing?
How's it going? Yeah, glad to be here. Yeah, Agent Sebastian, the Cart Narc, I guess, however you want to say it. I'll accept all names.
The Cart Narc. I gotta say, so I was on a conference call with my job, and they were on a rant about how funny, this video they saw was. So I'm like over here checking out, like, what is going on? I saw this video, and I just could not stop laughing. What has been your big, reason of, wanting to do this? Did you kind of think, oh, it's going to be funny, or did you just kind of just go balls to the wall into it?
Yeah, no, it's definitely, Cart Narcs has been like a slow build over around the past 2 years almost. We really didn't know that it would be funny when I started doing it. I got the idea sitting around the office, and we were just kind of talking about pet peeves and things that people do that are just, lazy and wasteful, like leaving your cart out, obviously, or not picking up dog crap, or, littering, all those things that washing your hands, anything that's like mine time is is more important than your time, basically. Like I don't give a crap. I'm done with something, I'm getting rid of it, whatever. And yeah, I always say, I wish I had an origin story, like I got bit by a radioactive cart or something, like Superman style or Bruce Wayne style. But no, so the first couple ones I just kind of went out and went to the shopping, the part of the shopping, lot area, because that's where these things always happen. Like for littering, you got to happen to be there, Yeah,
of
but
course.
For carts, there's a place where the carts are going all the time. So that's easy. So just started politely asking people, and that's always been the polite thing to do, is to ask them, hey, what's going on? And then we kind of started doing, I don't know, then the whole vest came in, and the glasses and the siren, and it's just kind of been building little bit by little bit, because it is ridiculous. It's a guy who's.
I don't think I saw that video. You have a siren that you go off on?
Well, I have just making the noise with my mouth, which is even more insane. So I think that's the ones, just making it silly is kind of helps make it more lighthearted and not as serious. Because if I was a jerk and I was screaming and cussing at people, I don't think people would be on my side nearly as much. So to do all these kind of goofy things helps, take that out of it, and then show how ridiculous the people are even more. Because when people threaten me, and all the violence or attempted violence you see happens, it just makes it that much more ridiculous compared to me being just a goofball.
Oh, I would. Our internet is a little bit choppy, but I totally get it. Do I still got you on here?
Oh yeah.
All right, perfect. I'm just making sure that you're still there. Gosh, yeah. Internet, right? But I want to know, and I feel so bad because you didn't even get to. I just was so excited to ask you that question of why this started that you got to introduce yourself to our audience,
Sure. Yeah. So basically, we at the Cart Narcs, we basically go around and politely, but in a silly manner, shame people for leaving their carts out in the middle of spots, or in the handicap access walkway, or up on the curb, or on the sidewalk. Or there's 1,000. You see, if you go to our Instagram page at Cart Narcs, people will send us photos and videos of just carts in a ditch or, 2 miles away from the store or in a ravine or something. Like they get everywhere and people know they don't belong there. But the whole thing is, when it comes down to it, they've got their groceries or whatever in their car and they don't need the cart anymore. So it's like, like I said, like littering or anything else. Well, I don't need this anymore. So screw you. Next person needs to come here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, also we have DJ Chop Sauce, who's our, if you were here, you'd see him, but he's our resident, works at a grocery store, our resident grocery store employee, and he hates when people leave carts out. He thinks they're scumbags.
Yeah, so, it's not even like my first job was at a grocery store too. Part of that was getting carts. And that sucks, especially if it's hot or whatever, but that's your job. But it sucks more for the person who you pull into a spot and you think, oh, it's a great open spot. Wait, nope, damn it, there's a cart there. And then you have to get out, move the cart, et cetera, et cetera. So
I'll just find another spot.
Francisco said we'll just find another spot. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's the thing. Then you're driving around more, and it's just a pain in the butt. Or the ultimate, and we get these stories too, is where they leave it just kind of loose toward the back of a lot somewhere, and the wind picks up, and suddenly that thing's rolling downhill, and we get tons of stories people talk about, little stuff. It's broken taillights, paint, dings. It's not the end of the world, but it still sucks. No one asked, why should I be paying $500,000, whatever, because you couldn't take 30 seconds to walk your cart back.
That's very true. And also, I mean, like, people go so crazy that they take them fucking carts home with them too. Have you seen? I mean, like, you know what?
Yeah.
Though? You rather take their cart home than leave it in an unoccupied spot.
I've got one of those. Yeah, it's a good point. I've got one of those guys in my neighborhood, actually. We would sit, I drive home, and on the corner, there's a CVS cart sitting there. And so finally I saw him one day, and it was this old man who, like, he just likes going to the CVS or whatever. I mean, it still sucks, but you kind of like, I didn't want to bust him. That's one of the things with Cart Narcs is we don't bust super old people or people with kids. Just because it's not, it's not very, it doesn't make us look good, basically, because it's like, it's not an excuse either, because I see parents all the time.
I'll watch you guys more. I would love that. If, like, some senior citizen was just, like, leaving their car, and you're like, sir, I don't know you. Put that back where you found it. I would, you know what? I'll be like lieutenant of the Cart Narcs, like of your East Coast division, and I'll be like the bad cop. Like, they'll be like,
all right.
You'll be like, Chris, we don't do this to old people. And I'll be like, absolutely, no way. No one's getting away from all the bullshit with the carts. You're not stopping me. You're gonna God, he's definitely getting promoted.
It's a good point, because if you could go get the cart and walk around the store, you can take it back to the cart return or cart corral. But again, it just doesn't look very favorable on us. So we try. Our ultimate get at the Cart Narcs is a guy in like his mid-20s, fully, capable, like athletic type. But the problem is those type of dudes, number one, aren't buying a ton of groceries usually. They're usually carrying them out anyway. So people will say, oh, you pick on women and middle-aged people. Like, no, we don't pick on anybody. We get what's in front of us,
We don't get a lot of those guys out here. Like, because you live in California, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like out here, everybody's old. So it's like you come to New England to, I guess, pay taxes and die. But I feel like everywhere I go, there's just people pushing their groceries in the carriage. I mean, like now with the reusable bag tax and stuff that's been going on, you see more people carry out. But there's always, I see people like kick carts down the parking way. I see people ride carts all the way down like the entire thing, and they never bring it to the corral. So I'm gonna start, I'm gonna start whooping them on there too, and be like, "Hey, have you heard of Cart Narcs? You're lucky. You're lucky you live in Connecticut."
Yeah, that's
taxes.
We do get a lot of, every day we get people saying, hey, how can I be a Cart Narc? Can I send you videos and stuff? And obviously we can't stop anybody from doing that if they want to, but all it takes is one person, one kid getting beat up or something, and then they're saying that they're, that we told them to do it. Yeah. So that's, so for legal reasons, obviously, we can't stop anybody, but it's like, if you remember the old Jackass video, like, do not try this at home, warning, we will not open any tapes, sort of thing. That's kind of has to be our attitude, for liability reasons.
Well, I mean, of course, because, I'm ready to do that too, and I might get beat up. I won't lie. I'm ready to do this. Like, actually, when we stop this interview, I'm going to my local Walmart, and I'm gonna
Go check it out.
dress up as a security officer and be like, with my whistle. I'm gonna have a whistle. But hey, put that goddamn cart back. I love it. I saw this one video. Obviously we're gonna pull for our listeners and viewers. As long as we have Sebastian's permission, can we pull some clips on screen for?
Oh yeah. All right, doesn't matter to me.
Perfect. All right, we got it. We heard it here first. Sebastian said it was okay. Evan, post production, put a little clips up. You had one. It was like a father and son who were on the phone, and they seemed so hostile to you. Like, they looked like they were just going to rip you apart. Like, he was just like, this is not funny. Don't ever get away from my car. Like, they were screaming at you.
And that's a good point. Yeah, that was out of nowhere too. Like, that was like, I said like one word to him. He said, hey, who are you? Like you said, who are you?
Just screaming at you. I'm like, God.
Jesus.
Like, and then, honestly, I don't know, are you guys on TikTok? Because I'm seeing everybody on TikTok. I'm seeing your videos on TikTok, but I don't see an official Cart Narc TikTok.
I do have Cart Narcs on TikTok, and I don't use it. I put up a bunch of videos a couple months ago, and I haven't touched it recently. I opened it the other day. I had like 175,000 followers. Like, Jesus Christ! Like, I don't know. Is that good? I don't know. Because I did put up like 20 videos, but they have to be down to like a minute. So like the longer stories, you have to like chop up a lot. So we'll try to get it. We try to like get those usernames on different platforms before somebody jumps in. Like, somebody has Cart Narcs on Reddit, and they've never done anything.
Yeah, they're over here. I'm seeing everybody posting Cart Narc videos, but I'm like, where's the Cart Narc TikTok? What's going on? Like, I need the original source.
I appreciate that.
Of course, bud. But have you, seeing that this guy is getting violent out of nowhere, has anyone tried to get physical with you over carts?
Yeah, that's what it always comes down to. It's over putting your cart back. So yeah, a couple times I've had. There's the one like 15-minute video that's like probably our most viewed one, at least on YouTube and stuff, where the dude, he's sort of middle-aged, got kind of a pot belly, and he chases me all over this Trader Joe's parking lot, back and forth, past where the cart return was.
That's like the best part.
At one point, he says, "You're this close to like being put on the ground," or something like that. And then when he does finally get the nerve up to like chase after me, I just run away. And because he's older, so he got gassed out pretty quick. Yeah. He got back in his truck, drove around the lot, left, came back as I was leaving, asked some random passerby to try to sell his story to this guy who's like, I don't know what the hell's going on. Just after the manager was like, yeah, okay, whatever, just was calm down. So that was probably the closest where guys actually physically tried to punch me and stuff. And then there was the guy in Texas back in March who threatened to shoot me in the face. And so I posted the video. I thought nothing of it really, because he said, I'm a killer. I'm going to put 6 in your forehead. So I posted the video, and a bunch of people said, oh, hey, that guy is familiar. Check out this video from 2018 where he actually shot a dude on a train in Dallas. Got away with it because it was self-defense, according to him. And I don't know. I wasn't there at the time. But imagine a year and a half later telling me that he's going to shoot me in the forehead. I don't think that's a person, in my opinion, who needs to have a concealed carry permit, Texas or not.
What? Dude,
jail. Instant jail.
Yeah, wait, hold on. You were like, sir, can you put your card away? And he was just like, I'll fucking kill you. I'm not scared. I've killed before and I'll kill again. I've killed for less.
But essentially, yeah. I said, I'm a Cart Narc. He said, well, I'm killed. I'm just like, okay, dude.
Some guy just accidentally kicked his shoe on the train, and he was just like, this is my seat. I paid for this seat. And then, boom, 6 in your head.
Yeah, well, I think the dude lived, because if you look at the dude's video, and we posted a copy up on our pages, the paramedics are attending to the guy. It seems like he's hurt, but he's still alive. And the guy who threatened me to shoot me said that he was harassing women or something. Again, I don't know to what extent, because if by his definition, asking you to put your cart back is worthy of deadly force, I don't know how harassing that guy was,
Yeah, well, I see a lot of, can you imagine that? Just sir, can you put your cart away? And he's just like, I have a bad day, and that will blow your fucking brains out if you ever talk to me. I swear to God, I'll fucking kill you. And if you keep on pestering me, I'll kill you and your family. Don't ever tell me to put my cart away, you piece of shit. Oh my God, man. I can only...
It's just, people don't like being told what to do. People don't.
And they don't like to be made a fool of.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
People are foolish, I think, every single day, but like people don't like to be exposed. That's what it is. You know, and especially because we're in exposing culture right now where, you know, people are being exposed all over the place for, you know, very heinous crimes. And then, you know, the average Joe over here, you're exposed to just like, hey, you're also a piece of shit.
Yeah, it's so minor, which is why the videos that people love too are where people are like, you know what, you're right, I'm sorry, I was silly. Because it shows like maturity. It just shows like you're not a child. You know, you're like, you know what, you got me, I apologize, I was being lazy.
I mean, like, I'm totally in the wrong of not always going to the bringing my cart back. Like, I am that guy. I mean, if I'm parked next to it, I'm not the lazy ass who will be like, all right, I'm just going to leave it right here. I mean, like, you had one guy who was just like, I left it here for the next person to pull up and take it. Like, I just didn't even pull up and took it. Like, I'm the nice guy. I'm a civil citizen for doing this. You know, I'm not perfect, but I won't leave it, like, in the middle of a parking space.
Yeah, no,
you
definitely.
know?
I wouldn't either.
I won't put it, like, there just to piss somebody off, like, because I hate when that happens to me. But, you know, on that little mulch patch, yeah, I'll put a cart up there. I'm sorry.
That's unfortunate.
I've been in the wrong, but you know what? I'll tell you what. I haven't done that in months because I don't go to stores because of COVID. So,
oh, there you go.
You know what I mean? So I'm a refreshed offender. You know, I'm
a new man.
I've done my time. I got re-educated through Cart Narcs videos, and I know don't be that douchebag. So I swear, Sebastian, you've
doing good work, bud.
You cured me of my sin.
Well, I appreciate that, and that's all it is. Sometimes it just takes, you know, kind of seeing what the reality is, because a lot of people don't even think about it. And no offense to the mulch people or the piles of dirt or grass or rocks, but that's not good for the cart wheels. People are always complaining, oh, the wheels are all sticky and they wobble around. Well, yeah, it's got dirt, mulch, and crap in it from people throwing it up in the grass and in there. How do you think that happens?
I love that. It's just like, oh, you think you're doing a civil justice by leaving your cart on the... No, actually, your fucking cart's up. How much does a cart retail? I want to know how much you know about carts.
They are in depending on the model, you're talking between $500 and $1,000. Like those new ones now that have like the built-in cup holders and like they're all kind of tricked out.
Holder, yeah.
Those could be $1,000 and almost north of, depending on how nice they are and new they are.
Damn. Wow. Oh, and they also had those new cart. Well, I don't know if they're new for California. I feel like California gets everything new. Like I was at Target and someone tried to take their cart too far away from Target and auto stops.
Yeah, the wheels
Shit. I'm like, yo, all these bums over here who are like, I need this for the cans.
Yeah, that's another thing we don't go after the homeless with them because clearly they didn't buy those carts. But again, it's a favorability issue. We're gonna look like jerks if we're saying, hey, don't do that. But you know, it sucks, you know, that it drives up grocery prices or whatever. But again, it's a PR issue.
I think that, you know, you should at least give them a Cart Narcs citation. You know? Or
like a warning.
A permit. Like, you know what? You're like, here's how you do it. You're like, sir, you obviously do not own this cart. They cost between $500 to $1,000 and you're a homeless man. But we don't want to bust you on it. But we ask you that when you go to your local Stop and Shop and you're disposing of your cans, you give them at least $5 of your of your recycling to make up for the cart that you have stolen. You know,
that's not a bad idea. Like instead of a soup kitchen, you could have like a cart rental and have just for.
You should print card citations. Cart Narcs citations.
You put like little citations. You're just like driving cart off the lot. You are fined, sir. I'm reporting
a fine of $0.
I'm reporting you to the manager, sir. I love it though.
Well, yeah, or like they do like gun buyback programs, where you can turn your gun in and get cash. You can turn your homeless cart in and get like a wheelbarrow or something. You'll figure it out.
Yeah, right. That's a good idea. Boy, hold on.
You can fit a lot more in a wheelbarrow.
I mean, like, when I'm thinking carts, most of the time I'm thinking like a grocery store. I don't know what grocery stores you're going to that sell wheelbarrows.
Home Depot.
That's a good point. We'll figure it out.
They have carts though. Do they? I think
Yeah,
Home Depot just has those damn long.
No, I think they have regular carts.
They have both.
Yeah, they have both. Yeah.
Now, what do you do at a Home Depot when someone leaves those big ass things in a lot? Are you like, hey? This is just obscene, sir. This is like a cart is like a car. That is like a bus, and you're just pissed. You're like,
those things can cause some serious. Those things are heavy as hell. We don't do a ton of hardware stores in Southern California. We've done a few, but the main problem is there's often a language barrier there, and so they're gonna, either realistically or pretend they don't understand what I'm saying.
Can you give Sebastian a phrase he could use when he's in Southern California, please? Please.
I don't know any Southern California phrases.
No, I mean, like, there's a language barrier. Obviously, Southern California, we're Spanish. We know, like, we're rarities up here, but Southern California, let Sebastian know what he could say. Put your carts in the corral. Say it.
I wouldn't know how to say cart in Spanish.
Carritos, I know that.
Carritos? Oh, yeah. Carritos.
There you go. Do you remember the intro with what I said? Fran is obviously victim number 1. All right. We're playing a game.
I would just be
now.
like, oye, hermano, ¿qué haces? No, I wouldn't. But you could say that. You could be like, oye, ¿qué haces? That's what you're doing.
Yeah, there you go.
Boom. Well, I think, we'll need to spin off. Like you said, we'll need a Latin American correspondent. I think if we had an elderly person could do that.
I'm Puerto Rican.
Oh, there you go.
We're gonna help you out.
We got this.
We're gonna do this for you.
Yeah, I like it.
Just letting you know, by the way, I don't know, you are a narc for carts, but my 2 guys right now are, they're a little bit about what Southern California is all about, I imagine. So they're a little, that's why they're extra giggly today. I don't know if you...
Sure. Well, it's not illegal here.
There you go. You're picking up what I'm putting down. Boom. All right, I like it. Thank you very much. He gets it.
What are you talking about? This is CBD from your... What is it?
Your CBD.
No, it's not.
But yeah, so where do you want to take Cart Narcs? Are you thinking like, I heard in the beginning, but the problem was a little bit choppy because our internet, again, back in the studio to update to our Gigablast or something, right? But are you going to take this to the next level, like, from other pet peeves where it's just like maybe you have subsidiaries of Cart Narcs, so it goes from carts there to, hey, you didn't put the toilet seat down. You go into residential homes, you go knock, you're slamming in the door. You're like, hey, sir, put that seat back down. Or leave that seat up. Like, you don't do that. There you go. You bring, like, women in. They're like, you should not be peeing on the seat. Yeah, pee narcs. I'm just going in. I'm trying to figure out all the pet peeves. We need narcs for everyone.
Well, you're actually pretty close to one of the ideas we were just getting ready to start before the whole shutdown. We'll be now restarting here in the next few weeks. Is fart narcs, which is people who don't wash their hands after using a public bathroom. So the idea is I've got like like those blue FBI vest jacket things. So I've got one of those. It says fart narcs, like the Cart Narcs badge. So it's, and then this is gonna kind of suck for me though, because I'll have to sit in the bathroom at a mall or somewhere. And I don't want to just bust guys who don't wash after using the urinal, because there's some debate. Although again, this day and age, you should always be washing your hands no matter what.
Repeat yourself a little.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I'll say it. So I don't want to bust guys who don't wash their hands after using the urinal. I mean, I do.
Yeah, repeat yourself a little bit where
audio
came out choppy. Go ahead.
Sure. So the spinoff we want to do is fart narcs about hand washing after using the bathroom in a public space. So I'll have to sit in a stall, which is not going to smell good in at a mall or wherever, stadium, wherever. And wait for someone to exit the other stall without washing their hands, and then I'll bust out with my Cart Narcs jacket. I can't, for legal reasons, it's not a good idea to record any video inside the bathroom, as you might imagine.
Yep.
So as soon as I exit the bathroom on their heels, crank the body camera on, and then we'll proceed to hopefully shame them into going back and washing their hands.
Like in the hallway
You
or
know what you
outside
should-
the bathroom.
And then you know what you do? You're just like, for a nominal donation, I do have this Germex to squirt on your hands, you nasty pig.
That is not a bad idea, but I think because we had the idea before the whole COVID thing, but now more than ever, as the saying goes.
Oh, you could definitely give them a squirt of like Purell. Be like, sir, here, please.
Yeah.
And then bust them.
There you go. They're like, I'm not going to the bathroom and wash my hands. You're like, at least take a squirt of Purell. All right, you're disgusting, you pig.
That's actually not a bad. That's a smart. I hadn't thought about keeping hand sanitizer. That's
You
a good
might
idea.
get
And
a
then
little
you know
better
what?
reaction.
You're gonna go viral, and then it's their Germex and all Lysol are gonna hit you up. And you're like, please use our wipes. Like, use our wipes in your next video. And you're gonna be like, I gotta call Chris from Half-Life. This was a.
They might be a little nicer too if you offer them some Purell.
I think that if you got threatened to get shot in the head for a cart, someone is going to attack you for going up to them and following them out of a bathroom.
That's a possibility. I can already, because I hear what we hear the most in Cart Narcs is people who are busted will lie about what just happened when they're telling the story to a manager or they're on the phone with the cops. Which again, why are people calling not which has happened multiple times? People have called 911 just because we asked them to put their cart back.
Wait, that's phenomenal.
There are several videos we posted where, and I tried to like troll them while they're
Really gonna
calling.
waste time for this? Like,
Yeah, right.
what's going on here?
Because they'll lie. They'll say, "Oh, this man is assaulting me," or he's, hurt. They'll. And I talked to a cop recently. He's like, "Yeah, we get that all the time. They call it victim embellishment, where they will make up any story to make me look like or sound like I've done something awful, when in reality, none of that happened, and I've got it all on video too."
Of course. I
know if. Yeah, go ahead.
There's too many crazy people in the world. I mean, like, we see like the small. Those are my favorite type of videos, which is I think is why I got so drawn to you in the first place, was because I love seeing people in real life caught off guard. They react the stupidest ways. You see the true nature of somebody caught off guard, where they're like, "Whoa, huh, hey, oh, I'm embarrassed to look like a dick, so now I'm gonna really, really ruin it for you." It's like, I love that, like, that realism of how horrible people really are. Like, who calls the cops on that, dude? Who's just like,
So excessive.
yeah, right? They're like,
Put your card away.
moral of the story.
Right, exactly. But I know for a fact that once we start doing the whole hand washing thing, the fart narcs, that people will claim that I was videoing them in the bathroom. I know that'll happen. They'll say I touched them or harassed them or assaulted them. I've done this too many times. I see the patterns. Like you said, people just revert to that like childlike, playground status or whatever.
They don't like to be humiliated. Like, that's,
Yeah.
I mean, like, I feel like you call someone on their bullshit without a camera and they flip out. Like, you're over here like, I'm filming you. Of course, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's where you're definitely going to see. But I'm going to look forward to Fart Narcs.
Yeah, that one will be easy. It's hard to find places. We think that and like a dog crap narcs will be pretty easy. Just go to the dog park and wait.
That's a good one.
Ooh, that is a good one.
Which means we'll need a canine unit to go, which I don't have to train.
You just like go out there, you're like, excuse me, do you see the sun? You have to like really kind of like, not even dog parks, like people who are just walking their dogs in neighborhoods. And then
Oh, sure.
I imagine Southern California, with how hot and stuff and the dry, a lot of people have those fake lawns that cost a lot of money to like maintain and stuff. So like, it just drops a fat deuce, like their dog is just dropping fat deuces on your damn lawn. You're just like, sir, do you know how much this bluegrass fern yard costs? You're literally get the homeowners involved, get everybody involved. You're just like cracking down on them. I want to see Cart Narcs helicopters coming in. That's
Drones, yeah.
There you go, drones.
Drones.
We do have a drone set up. We haven't used it yet, but basically it's a Bluetooth speaker on like a fishing line with then a microphone below, like a recorder on top of that. So it's kind of like, it's like a multi-layered thing. I have a feeling I'm going to lose a drone real fast because people are going to have to like practice.
Stay high up.
Yeah, it's in development. Absolutely.
Oh my god.
This is the future.
Sir, please put that card back, sir. You should honestly I don't know, go to some small mom and pop shop. They're they hire your company as actual policing the cart units. You're bringing in. You're yeah, I need this much money a year. Drones cost this much money. It really kind of depends on how much of an investment you're willing to lose on these damn carts. I would go in. Look, throw me a vest. I'll help you out. All right, I have a platform here. We'll do it out here. We'll meet up in the middle. We'll tag team cases. Someone threatens to shoot us. We're just at that point, we're in it for the ride right there. We're not.
I appreciate that. And speaking of the vest, this is just like a paintball tactical vest. It is not bulletproof. There's people who I've seen oh, nice bulletproof vest. You're gonna need that, in fill in the blank city. No, you can't. If I got shot, it would go right through. That would not be fun.
Are you touring? Do you tour Cart Narcs?
Yeah, we've gone. We're going to be probably doing New York at the end of the month and Long Island, that area.
Come meet up in Connecticut.
We can do that for sure.
Yeah, I would love to. I would love to go on a case with you.
Yeah, a little ride along.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can we get a golf cart?
That's the other thing. We want to get a little vehicle that, we're kind of.
Let's do it.
Some people have suggested just getting Power Wheels, just because it'd be ridiculous to have a full-grown person inside one of those things.
Yeah.
Maybe go big and go like a Tesla Cybertruck or something. Go the other way.
Those are cheap Teslas.
You can see if you can rent one.
Honestly, when you come to New York, I'm gonna email you. I would love to take you guys out. I don't know what with COVID and stuff, what restaurants are like in New York and stuff, but we should meet up. But I would love to just be a fly on the wall with some of these things. That would be fantastic. Yeah, no,
it's like fishing a lot of times. It's fun and exciting while it's happening, but there can be a lot of sitting around and doing nothing too. So as long as you're okay with that, that's all I got. That's what I tell people. They see
you gotta stake out. It's
just come on now.
It's a stake out.
Yeah, although it doesn't take too long though. People are lazy left and right.
You're doing the stuff that I appreciate. You're making society a better place on just calling people on their bullshit.
One card at a time.
One card at a time, dude. I like it. And you got the aviators on, so you hit the whole ensemble right now. You got the best.
I think they help because it kind of when people talk about, aren't you kind of afraid when people are running after you, trying to hit you and stuff, whatever. But I think having the glasses on kind of makes it like a video game. It's you're just kind of seeing things first person point of view sort of style.
Do you have any history in law enforcement at all?
Oh no, not at all. No, not at all.
Has anyone ever told you that talking to you, you kind of do look a little bit like a cop? You got the cop haircut going on, Sebastian.
Yeah, I very much have generic white guy locked down. Which I think is helpful because I can kind of blend in, don't stand out. It's just, hey, there
you go.
But yeah. You're literally if you pulled up to my car and you were just sir, are you where you just left your car? Not in the corral? I'd be like, oh fuck, here's my license and registration. I love it though. You definitely got the look down with the aviators, the hair, the goddamn vest. It's amazing. And I just really, you're just doing the Lord.
You have merch?
Do you have merch?
Yeah, we so if you go to cartnarcs.com, the first platform where we first came up with the idea was on a radio program out here called The Woody Show. And so they host the Cart Narcs merchandise with their stuff. And all that proceeds goes to the ASPCA. So I'm not really making any money or anything like that. If people want, I think we have stickers and t-shirts up there right now. Yeah, just check out cartnarcs.com if you want to grab something.
I'm going to grab myself a Cart Narcs shirt. And then when I go up to New York, I like this.
I'm in. Let's do it.
Well, that's how we started. Is we started just with a T-shirt and a a selfie stick, and but as we're kind of building into, like you said, golf carts, and we want to do Cart Narcs After Dark, because you might notice we don't do any at night videos because we don't want to scare anybody.
You're in Southern California. I wouldn't want to do that either. Anytime you're in Southern California, some guys just you're like, did you put your card away? And they're like, no. Shot.
Oh no.
But hey, so we think for that one, we're gonna have to rent like a spotlight and like a scissor lift or whatever, so we can get a good, so I can then maybe someone recommend like a zip line where I can come into the parking lot, Batman style.
Who's saying this?
I like the scissor lift idea. That'd be really funny. Like at a spot, you just turn on a spotlight and then just like shine it on them. Sir, that card.
I just really want so the next thing I want to say is you need a theme song.
Got you.
Yeah, you need a Cart Narcs theme song.
Yeah,
All right.
there's someone who works for the radio station did like a remix of Bad Boys, What You Gonna Do?
Yeah.
So that works, but we don't own the rights to that, obviously. It's just kind of a parody.
So here's the thing. If you don't mind, I'm going to have my buddy just remix you a real quick song. We'll just send it. If you like it, you can have it.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
There you go. He's going to work on that tonight. That'll be sick, maybe the Cart Narcs theme song is really sick. But yeah, I get it, because rights and YouTube and all that crap, you'll slam you down. So you need an original song, but you need it to sound like, it's the sound of the police. But then it's just like, holy shit, it's the Cart Narcs. And then you need to rent out the actual cinematography for one big thing where it's like that intro to every single video. You're rolling around with your partner. You're in. I belong in Southern California. I'm over here pitching movie ideas. Jesus, you're just out there
That'd be a great short film.
Yeah, right. You're like, do you fucking see that? Lane 4. Pump. Ma'am, are you understanding that you didn't put your cart in the corral? She's just like, I just bought milk.
Oh man, let's collab on that. we have a producer.
I'd be like, hey, I'm loving Cart Narcs, and I just see the potential is there. COVID,
it's like
COVID.
Yeah, it's like
it all up.
Oh yeah, it's like Michael Pena and Jake Gyllenhaal, end of watch sort of thing.
Oh, absolutely. And then you need to do like they do in Cops, where during that downtime and you are bored, you do that mock that documentary style thing where the camera's turned on you and you're like, just can't wait to grab these motherfucking assholes. It's all turned on you for a white second. You're like, these assholes.
A black and white
Yeah,
scene.
you're like, oh my God. You're like 10-4. Like your buddy's just like all clear on aisle 4. You're like, all right, perfect. You're like, oh, we got one, and it just shows you like peeling out. They're running on foot. You're like, sir, it's the Cart Narcs. Honestly, so much potential for Cart Narcs right now.
I agree. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think people aren't big fans of cops right now in general, as we've seen. But I think a silly sort of cop like ourselves, they maybe help lighten the mood.
Well, you're above a cop. You're a narc. You're in the narcotics unit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, be cops, get out of here. They're wrong. But you're an elite you're in the elite class of law enforcement, and you're also doing a civil justice. Yes, cops aren't the best thing in the world right now, and I totally agree with that statement. But I think that you're classing it up, that it's so much more fun, and it's going to bring a better light to what you're doing, because it's funny, it's entertaining, and you are super polite. I don't feel like you're ever losing your head in a video. You're like, what? You're not going to take the cart? And they're just like, nope. And you're like, are you sure? And then you're like, I guess I'll take it back. And you take it back further.
Well, a lot of times, yeah.
You're like, such a nice guy.
This just rubs it in even more.
Yeah, exactly. You're just like, look at this, and you know what? Especially this time of year in the summer, I was at Walmart yesterday, and these dudes are pushing carts. It's super hot, and you're helping them out. You know what I mean? They're fucking tired, pushing 40, and if you go to Walmart, a super center, you're seeing that long line of fucking carts they're pushing in, and you're like, wow. People really leave those outside. Not in the corral.
Yeah, speaking of which, that's our number one complaint, because we get 90% positive messages. Then there's 10% of people who are just angry, don't whatever. And they say, well, you're stealing jobs from the cart return guys. I'm like, no, we're not. They still got to go to the cart corral to get them.
Yeah.
They just don't have to go every which way, and you're not blocking their people. But that's their brain is just searching for the first excuse they can think of.
Super small-minded people. Aren't they the worst?
Yep.
first off, Walmart and Stop and Shop, and I don't know what else you guys have, Trader Joe's, isn't going to see this video and go, the Cart Narcs are here? We don't even need you on the books.
You're
and
fired.
You're gone, buddy. You're done. Cart Narcs are out there that'll do your goddamn job for free. Like, no one's going to do that. So people, stop being so narrow-minded. So stupid.
Well, it's excuses. That's all it ever is. It's they try to justify and rationalize instead of just doing the obvious and easy thing.
Of course. I mean, but that's just the nature of people. Like, people, and also when you're putting stuff online, oh my God, we haven't hit that wall yet where we actually kind of have. We had some people where we post things, and I think that just goes with being a content creator in any form you're in. When you put something online and it becomes this open forum for the creeps to come out and just talk, and you're like, come on, man. Are there really like weirdos like you out there that are just defending like douchebags? Like, what is wrong with society, man? That's
the unfortunate thing about social media is it gave everyone a voice, but not a lot of people should have that voice because they don't have anything good to say.
100% agree. Like, when people just, especially, what's going on right now, not a lot of people deserve to be posting. It drives me crazy. How's everything been going out there for you guys?
We are lucky we're not in any of the, we're based out of Burbank, so we're not in any of the big hot spots here in LA, which is mostly downtown and then sort of like, Beverly Hills. They ran through there one time. So not a big deal. We're kind of out in the suburbs, basically. There's a mountain between us and downtown LA. So it's pretty peaceful and quiet out here. Although I had the idea to do riot narcs, like that's not where that brick goes, but well.
Let me touch and go there, pal.
Yeah, because if you watch those videos though, it's not just 1-on-1, it's 35-on-1. So it may not be a great idea.
I mean, exactly. You're gonna get. You would. Look, I am 100%. Like I said in past episodes, I agree what's going on. So it's just, if you stay silent against what's going on with the police, that's just my personal view on it. I mean, I don't shame like that, but I believe the people who are, there's more people peacefully protesting than there are riots going on. And that's just the sad part about it, is that people want to animalize what's going on instead of being like how peaceful it is. Like here in Connecticut, I've said it, kudos again, Connecticut. It's just been so peaceful in every single major city we have, and has been like, even from like super small towns, just peaceful protests, and I love it. It makes me happy. It makes me appreciate like our community out here, because it is a small compared to California, but it was a pleasure to see how we could class it up. That was important for.
That's nice, yeah.
I mean, people are gonna riot. You know what I'm saying? Riot police. I mean, the riot narcs. I mean, like, hey, if you were there as a facilitator, you're like, hey, like between the two groups, you're like, hey, sir, like, put the mace away, sir. You're not allowed to use that right now. That might help out. We need there needs a third party involved.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm trying to think of other narcs you can be. But I'm really excited to see how much more your channel is going to grow, because I really think you guys are on the right path. And it's going to be
I was talking to a guy at work, and he was like, "There's no way Instagram, for instance, you'll get past 50,000 before they shut you down for something, because they when you're on these platforms, you're at their mercy. Like, you have no idea when you're going to quote violate a rule or whatever." So yeah, like I said, knock on wood, it's still growing. We haven't been sued out of existence or just demonetized or deplatformed yet. So who knows? We'll just keep doing it for the love of the carts, I guess.
Yeah, love of the carts. Oh man, Sebastian, plug anything you got to plug, because we are at the time limit for this week. But please go ahead. The floor is yours. Tell everybody where they could find you, where they could see you.
It's at Cart Narcs on every major platform. Like you said, there is some on TikTok, but the easiest way to look through the videos is probably YouTube. because there's not really as much of an algorithm there. You just got them right in front of you. Everything's there. I think that's the easiest place for people to find it. But yeah, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever platform you're on. We have a Twitch handle, but we haven't started using that yet because quite frankly, I don't know what the hell, how to use it. But at Cart Narcs anywhere.
Yeah, we'll host you anytime on Twitch. I mean, if you go live, sorry.
There you go.
Clap, clap. God, that was good. Sorry, our studio lights just shut off. We need to get back into the swing of things, boys. It has been a long time. But if you ever need help with anything, we're totally down to help out. We have, everything here. So, and we're always willing to help other content creators. So, but yeah, Sebastian, thank you so much for joining us this week. I mean, I appreciate everything. I think that you guys are hilarious and every single thing you're doing. So keep on going the hard work. Please let us know when you're in New York, because Francisco and I would love to take you and your partners out for some beers or some dinner and have fun with it. All right?
Oh, it's very awesome. Thanks a lot for having me.
Absolutely, Sebastian. Have a great day. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon.
Yeah, thanks a lot. See you guys.
Bye.
That was awesome.
That was good. That was awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so guys, that's this week's episode of Connecticut Casual. If you are interested in Cart Narcs, check them out on YouTube. It is super funny. I love them. They're hilarious. And if you see any of the cool ideas that I pitched to them, comment below, because I need to need my proof, Sebastian. Need my slice of the cake. But guys, have a good one. Keep it classy. See you soon. Peace.